Today we have a woman here who is frustrated with men. She said that men are now feminine. My question is she right? Do you agree with her? Now, before we get into this, I need you guys to do a few things. One, comment your thoughts under this channel. Let me know if you agree or if you disagree. Number two, like the video, especially if you enjoy this content. Most of you will. So make sure you hit that like button. Next, and this is the most important thing, subscribe to the channel because this type of content will be constantly put out. Now, I always have a twist to mine because my twist or my perspective is men need to get clear on what's actually going on and then get your confidence back or raise your confidence. Now that we have all that established, let's go ahead and get into it. Wait. Before we do that, let me introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel. So here we go.
I don't care if I'm gonna get cancelled. I don't even care how many boys I'm gonna upset, but this needs to be said. And the only person who's gonna say it on this app is me. I don't care if they're gonna come after me, they're gonna call me names. You can go ahead. I don't give a f.
Ooh.
As far as I'm concerned, this generation of boys is a hideous and poor excuse for men. Never in any of these decades have ever been as many feminine men as this day and age.
Now, is she going to ask why that is? Because it's so easy to blame men to where, let's see if she brings up why this happens or why this is happening.
It is absolutely ridiculous.
Yes, it
How
is.
did we go from men going to army, protecting their people, literally working hours and hours on end, providing for their family, doing the lowest of the low jobs just so they can feed their family, to boys who have a 10-step skincare routine, get manicures and get pedicures, that spend more time in front of the mirror than their girlfriend. They now wear...
Well, let me go ahead and answer that question really quick. Acceptance. Right? There's a lot of things that were not accepted that are accepted now, right? When they say toxic masculinity, oh my gosh, the attack on toxic masculinity has been a thing. From abusive, whether he's physically, emotional, or financially abusive. Then you have women who just don't appreciate anything.
Where boys' makeup and their mannerism and the way they articulate themselves is so feminine, it is no joke. How the f is a real woman gonna find a man this day and age where she might as well pick a girl?
Well, here we go again. Gender roles have been thrown out, right? Everything is being accepted. People can identify as whatever they want to. This is a new day and time. So, I mean, these, again, is she going to actually address the women or just stay frustrated with men? Let's go.
Because they exactly the same. As far as I'm concerned, anybody who is under 30 is a boy. And they all fall
Facts.
into this category,
Facts.
period. There is only a very small percentage of men who have been raised right and they do the blue collar jobs and they still carry the old values that they have been passed down. And they know how to be a real man. It's all good and dandy looking after yourself and feeling your best as a man, but there is a line.
When she brought up the 40-year-old thing, on this channel, I tell you guys a lot that men start to wake up around the age of 40 because you start to see that thing. You start to see what's actually important in life. So I feel like she's being very disrespectful, but I agree with a lot of her points. Let's continue.
When you start buying skincare for different things on your face, and you have a skincare routine in the morning and at night before you go back, and your ego just goes straight out the fucking window. The only reason you go to the gym just so you can take fucking 6,000 pictures of yourself.
Whoa. Wait a minute. I was gonna let it slide, but what I see is women pretending like they're working out. I've seen women actually go to the gym, do absolutely nothing but walk on the treadmill. Ladies, I get it. That's a form of exercising, but if you're trying to lose weight, it's going to be hard for you to do it. Now, I will actually give the women who at least do that, I will at least give them credit. But for the posers, the pretenders, the women who are fresh off the carving table, those women go to the gym and act like they got that body from working out. Come on. Now, I'm not saying that men don't do it. I'm not interested in men, so I don't really see them do it. And the men that I do see working out, these guys are working out.
Put it on social media for validation from other women because you're so insecure, or wear all these feminine clothes. All you're doing is putting real women off. And the only girl who will touch you with a fucking barge pole are the clones that are getting pushed out on a fucking conveyor belt because everybody looks the fucking same. Those are the only type of girls who would be interested in this thing that you think it's masculine.
Now, I have a question. Did this woman just now step out of a time machine? Because it sounds like she comes from a different point in time. Now, this time I understand because I also came from this point in time where men could not be feminine. Right? Like it was against all social norms for you to be feminine. But we live in a different day. We live in a different time. A lot of these problems are brought on by women. Yes, I have to go ahead and blame women because women want to go on vacation, but they're not working. So why is it that they want to be on vacation so bad? Vacation is usually because you're working so hard that you need a break from work. But even the men who are going on a lot of vacations, a lot of them are actually going on business trips. So it's not actually a vacation, it's actually a business trip where they're conducting business, meaning they're going to be doing some networking, they're hosting an event, or they're going to the actual event. But the frustration is real. Is real for both men and women. She asked, how did we get here? Well, the answer for that is really, really simple. Gender roles have been thrown out. People can identify as whatever they want. So now people are becoming confused on what actual people are. Right. And there's now becoming so many different titles that you're going to have to learn damn near a new language just to be able to identify or describe someone, because even if you look at them, they can say that they identify as something completely different. Men are motivated by sex. Men are motivated by intimacy. Why? Because it's in our it's in our bodies. OK, when I was in college, I actually went celibate. And I mean the real kind of celibate where I'm not playing with myself and I'm actually not having any sex. So the things that I've learned from that is how much the body craves it. The body craves it because as a man, you need a release. There's only so much seed or man juice that you can actually have or store into your body before it actually just starts to come out. Now, this will cause you frustration and wet dreams. There's 3 reasons how we got to this place. 1 is loss of identity and gender roles. The other thing is dating has been ruined. Women are not looking for mates and companions and friends. They're looking for partners, right? And in their quest for looking for a partner, they're never satisfied with that guy. So their dating standards are so high that the men can't reach it. Therefore, men are starting to give up. This is why on my channel, I constantly talk about men building up your confidence by doing repetitious things on a constant basis. They believe they should be doing the same thing that the other women are doing, which is living a life of leisure and vacation, not understanding the work that has to be put in to doing that. What happened to men, and why aren't men doing the things that they used to do, protecting and doing all the hard work? Well, let me explain this to her. the hard work is still being done, and it's still being done by men. Again, the problem comes in where women are no longer respecting those guys. They're no longer respecting those guys who work hard because they want the fancy things. They want the luxury items. They want to live a luxury lifestyle. Therefore, and they don't believe those guys can help them achieve that or live that lifestyle. They don't even respect that man because they feel like they can do better. And here's the thing. There's always a man that's taller. There's always a man that has more money. But what they all fail to realize is that man may not love you as much as that man does, but they're willing to gamble. Now, for some women, it pays off. But for the majority of women, this does not pay off.
It's Valentine's Day, and I'm in my feelings because I didn't even get nothing, and I'm like a throat goat.
This is why they stay in the streets, right? Because they're thinking, oh my gosh, the grass is going to be greener, but there is no grass in the streets. It's just concrete. So you're looking for that lifestyle. You're looking for the guy who can give you that lifestyle. Guess what? That guy is looking to have experiences, right? He's not looking to be tied down. He is looking to enjoy his life like the woman is looking to enjoy her life. The only thing she has not figured out is how she's replaceable, because that man is rare. This is why there is a small number of overachievers, and this has always been. All men don't make it to the top of the mountain. All men are not the king. There are very few kings, which lets you know there are very few queens, because how can you have a whole bunch of kings and a whole bunch of queens? Now, I'm not here to tell nobody that they can't call themselves a king or a queen. I'm just saying that it's rare, meaning there's one of those, right? So if you get one, that means only the next person can equal one, especially if you're trying to live where there's no cheating, meaning that man cannot be with another woman. But men are starting to see that women are okay with being with other men. In fact, they're being with other men in very sneaky and disrespectful ways. So this is what's contributing or contributing. This is what's contributing to men being feminine, because there's really only two ways that you can get a woman: money or looks. Most women think that men are supposed to be attractive, but men understand you the woman are supposed to be the attractive one. Men are not supposed to be attractive. Now, if you're attractive, once again, that is rare. Women put on masks and makeup and different hair, and all of a sudden, oh wait, we forgot the main thing. Because God did not bless every single woman with an amazing body, but because they can go lay on the table and get restructured and reshaped and carved up, right? Now every woman believes that she's a baddie. Now here's the thing about the baddies. With a baddie, she's bad for your health. She's bad for your wealth, right? You want a beautiful woman. Again, when we're talking about masculinity, that can be looked at in a whole bunch of different ways that does not suit the man, and is going to cause the man to lose his confidence, because there's only so many times that he can be called controlling, narcissistic, abusive, toxic before he just says, you know what, fuck this, right? Like, that's what's actually going on. So her frustration is misdirected. It should be directed at the women, because this is what's causing it. Women want men that are at the finish line. Again, they want to be on vacation. So they're not looking for a man that's hardworking. They're not looking for a man that has to go to work. They think that men are all in the retirement stage of their life. And this is what starts to separate the men from the boys. As she put it, she said all men under the age of 30 are boys, right? Now, here's something that you as a man need to know, and here's something that the women also need to know. When a man turns 40, He now has a greater sense of responsibility. He understands survival. He has past experiences that he can learn from. And he should be learning from other people, other men's experiences as well. Not only that, he starts to understand money, how it's made, and how it compounds. This is how you get to the retirement stage in the first place. A lot of women do not understand that process, and they're not patient enough because that process takes a while. When you first start investing, it's going to take some time for you to actually build up the money. And once you understand how to invest, now you have to make sure that the money is still coming in. You have to make sure that it's not being spent on stupid stuff like hair and nails and makeup, right? Because if that money is also invested, now you can get to the retirement stage faster. I'm saying these things because, again, her frustration was directed at men, not understanding that men are motivated by sex. Women are being motivated by vanity. So yes, they're looking at looks and they're looking at money. On top of that, the social norms have completely changed. Not only do men like men, but we have women who like women as well. Now, why are women starting to look the same? Because we all know what attractive is and we see what attractive looks like. So you have these women who are turning themselves into clones. Now, when she's talking about a real woman, real women, y'all need to stand up. Y'all need to stand up. Y'all need to get a little louder, because what's going on is the clones are making more noise than the so-called real women. Now, men are looking for real women. That doesn't mean we don't want to knock those down. That don't mean that we don't want to be intimate with the clones. I mean, look, we need a release. Most women can't handle a man's sexual desires. They can't handle how much he wants it or needs it on a constant basis. So he may have to do extra, or he may have to be even more disciplined. But in his quest for being more disciplined, he has to make sure that the woman is satisfied. What I'm saying is, it's a difficult, delicate balance that usually never gets balanced out. This is why I tell men, focus on your mind, your body, and your finances, because at least you put yourself in position to be able to choose. Do you want a clone? Do you want a woman from another country? Do you want a real woman? I don't know where to tell you guys to find a good woman, right? They're here, they're in different places, but just like you, just like me, they're damaged and traumatized too. So even if you are a good stand-up man, they may not even respect you. They may not even understand what you have built. I just did a video on a woman who was saying, don't build a man up because he may leave you for his dream girl. And I was like, damn, why not just become his dream girl? You know what attractive is. You know what attractive looks like. What happened with her is, it looked like she finally got herself in shape. Men have to adapt to what's going on, because if you don't, once you lose your confidence, it's hard to get it back. Once you get your heart broken, it is hard to bring it back, especially when the real woman that you had wants to be like the clones. Now you start to look at life way different. Again, her frustration is misdirected. It's directed at men, but it really should be directed at women. Okay, so with all that being said, I got a question for you guys. What do you think? Comment under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. Now that this video is done, do me a huge favor if you have not already done this. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then share this video with anybody that you think this would help. Other than that, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.